Alright, Beastrels. Sorry, hair's a little janky. Now listen. Samurai Warriors 4 has been out for a while now. And I have had it for a while now. But, as I've said before, you may not know. And that's okay. I had surgery on my face. You can still tell there's a little bit of swelling. You might see some bruising. I was unable to make a video because of that. Unfortunately, I've been wanting to do like a review type video of the game for a while. The game known as Samurai Warriors 4. I'm going to talk about it a little bit today. Now, what you have in Samurai Warriors 4 is a nice looking game, especially if you play it on the PS4. I can preface this by saying I enjoy the Samurai Warriors games a lot. Samurai Warriors 2, Samurai Warriors 2 Extreme Legends, Samurai Warriors 2 Empires. I have not played Samurai Warriors 3. I didn't own a Wii. I even considered actually getting a Wii just so I could play it, but in the end I didn't. And I have never owned a Nintendo 3DS, so I have not played Samurai Warriors Chronicle. Now, Chronicle mode is one of the 3 modes that you can play in Samurai Warriors 4. And because I've never played that game, I cannot compare it to that. However, I will say, in Story mode, Free mode, and Chronicle mode, it does not matter which one you play first. Obviously, in Free mode, all the missions you can play in Free mode are based on the missions that you have unlocked and completed in the Story mode. In Chronicle mode, it's a little meh, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to push that sort of to the end. Now, Story mode is solid, right? But one thing about Chronicle mode I should mention, it does not matter if you do Story mode or Chronicle first. Although the gimmick of Chronicle mode is that you're a warrior who's traveling the land in order to write biographies about everybody. Now, as you unlock these biographies, you can purposely choose to not read them so that you don't get any spoilers. But the Story mode, it sort of follows, it's all based in a historical era. And if you don't want spoilers and as to stuff that happens, you probably should avoid the biographies. Of course, I jumped right into the Story mode. I don't know, it's up to you. I don't know, Story mode. And if you see me looking away, I have it up on the screen. I was about to play me some of it. I decided that I tried to do this video earlier. I got sidetracked. What the hell, I've come back to it. So I'm going to list all the Story mode is set up into different chapters. Each of them vary in length. What we have here is the Legend of the Sonata. That, Yukimura and Nobuyuki are now the poster childs of the series instead of Yukimura. I assume if there's a 5th game, then they will be of that one as well, as Yukimura was with the first game. Legend of Kyushu, which follows the Shimazu, Yoshihiro, and one of the new additions, Toyohisa. Legend of, and forgive any pronunciation issue, I'm sorry. Okay, I've never talked to anybody else ever. And obviously this game has Japanese voice. So, anyways, Legend of Chugoku, or Chugoku. And it's the fucking Mori. It's Motonari and his 3rd son, Takakage Kabayakawa. Probably my least favorite chapter, unfortunately. Legend of Shikoku, which is Motochika returning with that new bitch with the pink hair. Legend of Kinki, or Kinkei, I assume. It's basically Legend of the Izai. Some are named after certain areas. Some are named after the lords, various lords. it follows Nagamasa with the two, I call them new characters because I didn't play Samurai Warriors 3, I believe it was Chronicles, that Takatora Todo was introduced. Excuse me. But it has Yoshitsugu Otani, Takatora, Oichi, and Nagamasa. Legend of the Oda, of course Nobunaga, up until Hanoji. Legend of the Tokugawa, which is Legend of the Tokugawa actually only follows the Tokugawa's earlier years. There's a unification chapter. Legend of the Takeda, Legend of the Uesugi, Legend of Kanto, which is basically Legend of the Hojo, Legend of Tohoku, or however you pronounce that. That's Date with the new Kojiro Katakura character. Legend of a Land United, I call it the Unification chapter. That starts with Yamazaki and goes all the way up to Osaka Campaign. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm making this video for the people who have played the older games but have not yet gotten the new one. I'm going to try and make this as basic as I can. It's a good game. If you're new and breaking into the series, it is perfectly fine for that. I'll say that now. Story mode is very solid, very enjoyable, huge emphasis on objectives. Of course, every mission has had its objectives since the first game, you know, and you do certain things. There's a large emphasis on that in this game, and the trophies, and each story mission, like for example, I'm just going to go with the first Oda mission here. I'll tell you how many characters you can actually play as on this first mission alone. Skip the cutscene here. You can play as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different characters to choose from. And in Samurai Warriors 4, you play as 2 characters, okay? Right? You select your primary character that you'll spawn as, and then a second person. And you won't control them at the same time, but you can switch back and forth between the two. And there are personal objectives. You know, you'll be encouraged to go through as these different characters and see how the battle changes for each individual. Some vary greatly, some not so much. Like the one mission, the Western Army in Sekigahara, if you play as Yoshihiro and Toyohisa, for example, you'll have a greatly different battle than if you played as Mitsunari and Yoshitsugu. And the achievements reflect that. Or not achievements, trophies on PlayStation. I'm sorry, I played Xbox for years. Story mode is probably where you'll spend most of your hours. I'm currently at about 35 right now. Over the last week I've had it. Yes, I've played it quite a bit, but when you're recovering from surgery, you'll find you have quite a bit of downtime. Free mode, like I said, it's story missions, which you can go in as any character that you want or that you have unlocked. Chronicle mode, like I said, you create a character. Customization actually on the create a character is great. In Chronicle mode, there's a lot of that, stopping at the shop and buying different armors for customization and whatnot. You can actually change your weapon for these characters at any given time, so long as you have the weapon unlocked, which is part of the gimmick of Chronicle mode, in which you build up these friendship levels with all these officers, and as you get them to max friendship level, you'll unlock their weapon. Which is, it's a cool gimmick, but Chronicle mode, I cannot compare it to the original, but I will say this: it gets incredibly and painfully repetitive. So much so, and that it's such a shame, because I really enjoyed. I played it when I first started it. I played for a couple of hours, and the first hour was fine. The second hour was sad because I was playing similar missions over and over again. And as I was trying, they also have this, you're like a world map, right? And they'll have you start in a different section of Japan, right? You start in Kyushu, where I did, Shikoku, the mainland, or different sections of the mainland, I should say. You can start in the Mori land, Chugoku, or whatever, however you say. I've probably pissed somebody off already with the pronunciation, and I'm sorry to that person. However, you start in different sections, and as you level up, I guess if you get enough biographies or whatever in a certain section, and work towards something they have called a life goal or whatever. It's a weird name for a challenge, like after you complete the second mission, it'll have you pick a life goal, right? And I picked to become the ultimate warrior, which resulted in me having this, when you press start on this map, it'll have like a giant thing in the corner that says life goal, and it'll have that objective, ultimate warrior, and I had to defeat a certain amount of officers, defeat a certain amount of soldiers, and as you meet that goal, the next step of the goal will unlock until you eventually complete it. And then you can do one like something wealthy or something like that, where you have to collect a certain amount of gold. Now, although this sounds great, it sort of comes off as artificial, because the entire time, even though you have these different life goals, you'll still be doing these same missions over and over again. What do I mean by same missions? There's one called Escape, where you have to save a couple of officers and then create a character. You have to make his way to an escape point and defeat a boss and reach this certain point. And then there's a chase one, I forget the exact name of it, where the role is sort of reversed, where you have to defeat a couple officers and then get the main bad guy who's trying to get away, and he has an escape point. And then there's the conquest mission, where you have to defeat a certain amount of officers and help allies and help a guy reach an escape point. Let's see, what else? I believe there's one or two more, but they're actually escaping me right now. But the entire time that you're navigating around this world, these different sections of this world map, they'll randomly spawn in a guy who chases you and forces you into one of these missions instead of allowing you to navigate it on your own. And then they have these different cool sections where you run into these famous officers. Like there's one where you run into Yoshihiro, and he has this cat under his armor that you never see, but you try and pet it or something, and he bites you, and the old guy laughs at you because it's a Shimazu cat or stuff like that. Chronicle mode in itself, if you enjoy this game a lot and you're willing to put hours into it, and you enjoy that repetitive gameplay in which you grind out levels and just upgrade your character and boost friendship levels and stuff and take certain characters in there, it'll be okay for you. But like I said, it comes off as artificial to me, and that's probably why I enjoy the story mode so much, is because it diversifies each level. So it's different, and plus, as a history nut, of course, it's not necessarily fair to call this true to the times. However, it has that historical feel to it at times, and I'm a huge sucker for that. Always have been. That's why I love the Koei games so much. Downloads, DLC so far. I'll look at the PlayStation Store, see what we got. I believe they added the first thing of DLC today. Did they not? Okay, no, they haven't added any DLC, but I seen on Facebook. Yes, I follow them on Facebook. They're going to do old costumes in which you can, but better yet, it's split up into about 3 different packs for $2.99. So that's American, or United States. I know that there's a currency gap between Canada and United States. Don't mean to confuse anyone. $2.99 US for each pack, and then they have the BGM set, which is, I believe, 5 different music tracks that you can use in free mode or chronicle mode. Apparently a weapon set. I don't know how much all these will be. I know the BGM one, the music DLC, is supposed. Okay, now what it's saying on the fucking screen here is wrong. It says it's now available. You know what I think? I think I'm being a huge dummy right now. I believe downloads is just what you have currently downloaded. So allow me to look on the PlayStation Store here, and I'll actually. By the way, something I love about the PS4, much fucking easier to navigate stuff now. I guess it'd just be easier if I put it in the search bar. That way I could look at the game. Samurai Warriors 4 with bonus. What the fuck is this? Bonus content contains special costumes for Mitsunari and Toyohisa. Scenario Pack 1 have. Let's look at this fucking deal. See here. BGM set is $4.99 US. Contains 5 tracks. Now that's some bullshit. Now that's one of the biggest problems I have is so far with the DLC. It's fucking prices on these. Okay, there's a bundle with the old costumes that you can get all of them for $6.99. 18 costumes. I suppose. Well, comparatively speaking, of course, it's quote unquote fair. That'd be everybody from the original Samurai Warriors costumes for them. Let's see what else is there here. Okay, no, not all the old costume packs are not $2.99. One of them is $2.99, and the other 3 are $1.99. But I'm not actually seeing this Scenario Pack 1. Well, am I fucking up here? Let's see. Well, on the PlayStation Store, all I see right now is Koei is actually sort of infamous for their DLC blunders. Let's see, BGM set, old costume set, which is the bundle. Old costumes 1, be Oda, Kechi, Oichi, No, Mori. Old costumes 2, which is Maeda, Uesugi, Kunoichi, Takeda. Old costumes 3, Hanzo, Imagawa, Honda, and Ina. Old costumes 4, which is Date, Saika, Okune, and Toyotomi. Okay. Well, I'm not actually seeing the scenarios, which is unfortunate. The DLC, I don't have any of it. I personally find the prices outrageous. As far as new characters go, I save the best for last in this, what is bound to be something that is considered too long of a video, is the new characters. I love the new characters. To put it directly. And it just Samurai Warriors 4, it felt just so new because, like I said, I didn't get to play Samurai Warriors 3, so that just pretty much doubled up on the new characters. Uh, and all the old characters, they're slightly different. And I'll have to say, for those who say that Japanese dubs or English dubs over Japanese games are never good. Obviously, they never heard the voice from for Nobunaga from 1 and 2. That guy's a fucking beast. Whoever did that voice, I don't know his name, but he was a fucking beast. The guy in this game who does Nobunaga, he's creepy, but he's not creepy in a, man, that's a badass way. It's like, don't let your children out around this man type of creepy. And the guys who are supposed to be creepy and scary, like Matsunaga is one of the new characters who I enjoy greatly, who has a really cool moveset and a really cool weapon. Yagyu, who was from Chronicles, he's great. Let's see. Katsukura is a little weird, and the bromance going on between him and Date is a little too extreme for me. Still a cool character with a cool weapon. Yoshitsugu Otani. I love the character design, but the weapon and moveset is a little goofy, especially compared to the character, I thought. Todo, probably one of my favorite new characters for me. Actually, yeah, probably is my favorite new character. Let's see, the bitch with the pink hair, very cool. She has a really cool voice actor. Her role is hilarious. The Legend of Shikoku has some very funny moments. I feel so bad because I can't remember all these new characters offhand. Shimazu Toyohisa, that guy is a beast. I enjoyed his character quite a bit. Has a very cool moveset with the axe. Let's see. I feel like I'm actually going to look at the new characters. Let's see here. Yes, Uesugi, the Kagekatsu, very fun, bona fide badass. Kabayakawa, very fun. Lady Hayakawa, not really for me. Already covered my Nobuyuki Sanada, my favorite character in the game. Naotora E, despite the fact what I said, who wasn't it that I even said was my new favorite character? Todo. Take it back. Nobuyuki Sanada is. Naotora E is goofy. The whole shy girl thing, you know, like the, yeah, I'll beat your ass until you can't feel any, or like I'll beat your ass until you beg for death. But I'm sorry about it. The whole that thing, that doesn't work for me. And I'm also going to review the new characters from Samurai Warriors 3. You might have played the game, you might have not. Let's talk about them. Todo, good. Fukushima, man. Aya, hilarious. Mori, good. Takanaka, good. Hojo, that's probably my biggest problem so far is, you know, the historical factors are important to me. They have this Hojo guy in the conquest of Odawara. They have this guy living 14 years past when he died. He was old as fuck when he died. Anyways, Kai, no. Tachibana, or the male Tachibana, good. Kuroda, good. Kato, good. That's it. Biggest cast of characters ever, and none of them disappoint me really, except Gracia. I never liked her since her introduction. So, I can't believe some people actually there's some type of challenge that they enjoy when they use her. Nah. The new characters don't disappoint at all. The missions don't disappoint at all. The story mode is excellent. The game itself is excellent. It looks good. Known problem right now is on the PS3 and on the PS Vita. If you're a trophy hunter, so to speak, you might have a problem right now. Apparently there's some trophies that even if you do everything it asks to meet the trophy quota, you will not unlock it. There is a patch coming out for that soon, so they say on Facebook. DLC seems overpriced to me. That might be a me thing. If you enjoy this game and you enjoy the different costumes, it might be worth it to you. That's totally subjective. Let's see. The voice acting is mainly solid, but if you don't like Japanese voice acting, you will not enjoy this. But it is very solid from what I've heard. Excuse me. The music seems a little lackluster compared to the first and second games. However, with that being said, the music is still great, but it's still not as good as the first and second games. Like I said, at least to me. And it seems like there's quite a bit less personalized music as well. Maybe I'm incorrect, and perhaps I am, but it certainly seems that way. Let's see, what else? I think that's it. Anyway, Samurai Warriors 4, I've enjoyed it greatly. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm about to enjoy some more of it. I would recommend it to anybody. Of course, the game is not for everybody. However, as far as the whole Tecmo Koei Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors type game, this one is one of the best. Now, when you talk about the best, it's obviously subjective. People, a lot of people throw around Dynasty Warriors 3 as one of the greatest Musou games. Although that I didn't personally really enjoy that one too much. You can call me a bitch. I thought it was too hard. A lot of people enjoy the difficulty. I might be a bitch for it. Who knows? But this is definitely one of my favorites as well. And it actually makes me genuinely sad that I am actually starting to run out of things to do on this game. That's how good it is. That's how good it is. And as my first game for the PS4, it certainly didn't disappoint, and I hope it doesn't disappoint you as well if you decide to pick up the game, or if you have been playing it. I hope you've been having a good time, and I hope you enjoyed this long as fuck video. I put it off. I've been feeling pretty good about a day and a half now. I wanted to make it as soon as I was able, and I didn't. But boy, it's good. I hope I didn't miss anything. Covered all the new characters, the different modes, music, graphics. Well, I guess there's only one thing left. I love you the viewer of this video, perhaps a subscriber of mine. If you aren't a subscriber of mine, you should be. Click the subscribe button. I talk about these games. I talk about them all the goddamn time. Too much, as a matter of fact. But see you next time, guys. Deuces.